It's coffee time. So I would love to talk to you today about makeup because I am wearing a ton of it. And no, this isn't going to be like tips with Dodger because I have no tips. This is going to be about that scenario that you walk into in which there might be a warning sign that you're going to walk away with way more makeup than you intended. I would also like to point out that I am currently wearing a huge Amazing Spider-Man t-shirt and my pajama bottoms. This is not a fancy affair whatsoever, but I just came away from an affair in which I had to have a lot of makeup on, but I was not prepared for it. So, quick crash course. When you are going to be on stage, getting photos done, on film, really anything, it's going to wash you out. So when you get your makeup done, there's always a process to make sure that you look more vibrant and alive and alert and awake, right? So even though in person it might look like a lot, it's not once you're on camera. And sometimes that goes a little too far. You might see a movie where you're like, wow, they put a lot of foundation on that woman. Or man, even, because everybody on camera is always wearing makeup because everybody needs it so that they don't get washed out and just look like. So there have been a few times now where I have gone to get my makeup done, and the person doing my makeup has always been lovely and really good at it, but they've started off the conversation by saying, okay, we're just going to do like a little bit beyond your natural look. That's it. That's all they have to say before you go, you're going to go crazy. I can feel it. Because, okay, it always starts off as, we want to make sure that we're like capturing who you are and your natural look, etc., etc., etc. And if anybody who was involved in that photo shoot today is watching right now, I want you to know I thought that you were all lovely and amazing, and I had a super amount of fun. This is just a funny anecdote having to do with this photo shoot and many others that I've been on. Or just, just being on videos even. Not that I go to photo shoots all the time. That was not what I meant to imply. But anyway, so a lot of times they'll say, we don't want it to look not like you. We want it to look like just a little bit of a glammed up version of you, but not too far. We want it to be like your natural style, but just a little bit brighter. And every time I think that sounds nice, like I don't know how to do makeup. I'd like to look pretty. So, just do whatever you'd like. And immediately fake eyelashes come out. So much eyeliner, just so many things. And I'm like, this is way far beyond anything that looks like me. The second that my lips are bright pink or bright red, I'm like, whew, man, we are in a completely different territory. Like, it's so funny to me because I think it's because they're having fun. And I love that, but it still makes me giggle that it's like, we're just gonna do, just like, typically if it's just you don't have any makeup on, and if you're coming from Daily Bite, you have just like a little bit, like maybe somebody can see eyeliner and that's about it. This is so far beyond. This is so far beyond that, you know? And regardless of whether or not it was done very well, it's still very, very far beyond that. Everybody that was at that shoot today was like, so are you planning on going anywhere tonight? And I was like, no. I mean, I feel like I should, but this Friday night, I'm going to be sitting in my apartment playing Gone Home. So, yep. Really gonna make use of all this that happened. It just makes me giggle. It's so funny. Makeup is so weird, and even no matter how many times I get my makeup done, I still feel like I don't really understand. I'm learning a little bit, like just as with painting, the face needs a primer. Like there's moisturizer that goes on, like lotion, moisturizer goes on your face first, and then there's like a primer that goes in the areas that might need like a little bit of help, like if you have bags under your eyes, for example. And then foundation goes on everywhere, and then powder to set it, right? And then what's the next process that always happens? Oh, and then it's eyeshadow, I think. and then it's liner, and then it's mascara, and then it's lips right before you film, because it sounds like an Air Force jet, my goodness. Lips right before you go on, because otherwise I would have drank coffee and the lipstick is gone. So I think that that's the process. I think I got it. But that still doesn't mean anything. Like, if I were given all of these things and somebody said to me, replicate this look that you get every single day, I couldn't do it. No way. I'd sit there and go, I think the white one is the moisturizer maybe, and then I'd put that all over my face, and then I'd be like, I would have no idea. I would have no idea. So, yeah. Anywho, so on to the story about my apartment today. This is such a weird story. I was talking about this on... Yes, my goodness, there are like little cat hairs on my face all of a sudden. There are phantom cats in my place now, because I have 2 adorable kitties, and all of the phantom cats want to come and be friends. Anywho, so today, my neighbor comes over, and she says, hey, I was curious to know if half of your apartment doesn't have power. And I was like, huh? And I went around and switched everything on and off, and I was like, no, I have power everywhere. And she was like, okay, like, this building is wired up so weird. And I was like, yeah, I've noticed that. She was like, yeah, so I just wanted to see, if there was a connection or if it's just mine. And I was like, okay. So then I went to this photo shoot. I come back, everything is off except for the lights in the kitchen. That's it. And I was like, okay. Oh, puppies. I was like, all right. Apparently something happened to mine as well. So I went to my neighbors and I was like, hey, is your power back on? And they were like, no, we pretty much only have power in the kitchen. And I was like, same as me. So then we went to everybody else and talked it out, and everybody was missing power in some area. But all of us had power in the kitchen. And one of you tweeted back and said that makes a lot of sense because kitchens are very electricity intensive. And so and plus you have like the fridge in there, if somebody needed to come over and work on something, it makes a lot of sense to have everything in the kitchen on one circuit, right? And then other places to be on other circuits so that you can turn them on and off without like spoiling food and whatever. I was like, that makes sense. But yeah, so speaking of like the breakers, I was like, wait a minute. What if we just turn off and on the breakers, right? And the girl next door was like, yeah, what if we just turn off and on the breakers? So we go under this staircase, which is where all these breakers are, and turn everything off, like everything. Just everything goes off. We waited like 10 seconds, turned everything back on, perfectly fine. It was so weird. I don't know what would have caused it, because it didn't happen all at the same time. It happened like at different moments in everybody's place. So strange to me. But I'm very glad that it worked out. Oh, do you want to see something else that I did today? So I've been going back and forth on whether or not I want to get a projector screen, because I know that I want lots of things up on this wall, because that's the kind of person that I am. And then today, while I was eating lunch, I was using the projector to watch Parks and Recreation, which I had never watched before until yesterday, by the way. And it's actually pretty funny. But I was struck with the idea of what if I used all of my framed stuff to make a frame around where the projector goes. And so I'm trying to do that now. I've only got, it's going to look messy over there because there are lots of frames and things, but I've only got that section, and it looks so funny just all on its own. But when the projector's on, it butts right up against that and then goes across that way. And I think if I had all of them up, doing that, I think that it might look really cool, but I can't tell. So I'm just gonna do it, and we'll see how it is. And hopefully it's fine. Did I tell you about Ray? Ray, like, fell off the wall. I was like, ah! It's perfectly fine. The glass didn't break. The frame didn't break. I don't understand. I don't know how. It's fine. Meanwhile, my off print that I'm not going to show you because it's like way over there. But my off print, the actual print, like came loose from the backing. And I was like, huh? That's dumb. So that sucks. But what can you do? Man, is there anything else that happened today, really? I guess not. I guess that's pretty much my day in a nutshell. Gobs of makeup done, and then had to deal with the problem of the weird fourplex. But yeah, I love this place. I really love it, even though it's hot as balls. Hold on, turning on the AC. What am I doing? Gosh, I'm a crazy person. It's so loud. Anywho, I'm gonna go, but I hope that you guys had an amazing day, and tomorrow's Saturday, so I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye bye. Mwah.